Good morning, good morning. I am much more awake now, and we can get this rolling with, it'll just be a lot smoother. Maybe not, but it should be. Probably not. So we have Butcher 1 with a bunch of Warjacks over on the left, and we have Baldwin with a bunch of Rocketmen, Rocket Infantry, and the Vulcan. And this is the same player that played against me in the recent three-man tournament. He had some problems in the Viros too, so he's looking for different solutions. And to kind of understand what's going on a little bit better, play out his bad matchups, and figure out how he's going to fix his problems. One of the things he wanted to try was he dropped some of his stormtroopers down to a min and added slug gunners to his rocketmen. He's hoping with the feat, those slug gunners will be the critical difference he needs to get the attrition work done that he needs done. So that is more or less what's going to happen. Crucible Guard went first and got, wow, wrong direction. Goes up the board. Pretty much standard deploy. You get up the board, you get your rocketman forward, you get your Vulcan forward. Noticing something here with the house and the wall being centrally like this. He is deploying his Vulcan out and around his objective, so that it has a little bit more room to work. He's not trying. He didn't run it up into this area where there's the house and the objective, eliminating his landing spots. I approve of that. That was sort of, the house can be a problem if utilized against 4 huge bases to land where they want to land, because there's also the objective here and this house here kind of creating this little weird sanctuary right here where the Vulcan can't land and attack very well for melee. So Khador player's turn, and he gets up the board. It doesn't look like he's running his full distances. I'm sure there's a calculated reason for where he goes and why. I know the Khador player is meticulous. So it is a Baldwin feat turn, time to get a lot of gun damage down. His goal is to focus down 2 heavy warjacks, and I believe one of them is Ruin. And we'll just look at the next screen. Yep, it looks like 2 of them disappeared. So there used to be 2 heavy warjacks right here. And my understanding of what just happened was Prey, slug gunners, rocketmen, gravity bombs, reposition, Vulcans, rust and Prey doing what they need to do, and also Baldwin shooting, stormtroopers shooting, a lot of shooting, 2 Khador heavies dead. So leave some juggernauts and leave some rocketmen in the way. I'm going to assume, and this might be a bad assumption, that these rocketmen over here got the +2 blast damage, +2 defense and immunity to blast damage, and not the +2 speed order. But you know what? The next screen will tell if they did or not, because if that is the case, they are all going to get bulldozed and kaboomed with blast damage and die, and will be insignificant. But we will see. Also, Sorsha back here is indeed not Sorsha. That is, maybe it is actually Sorsha. Maybe he's got one of them Jack marshaled. Or not Jack marshaled, but on the junior. Did not know, did not ask. And yeah, let's see what he does for his next turn. Yeah, I'm going to guess that they were not immune to blast damage. I think that answers that question. And the Clamjack got to a pretty somewhat safe place. Or maybe he just threw if he threw like an AoE of some kind. I don't even remember what Sorsha does. This looks like a little bit of a mystery of how it got that far. He might have been able to bulldoze things and create a channel for himself and just walk and ignore the free strikes or something. Or maybe an AoE was cast on the Jack and killed them all. But it looks like since this Juggernaut got so far forward, I'm going to guess that Sorsha Boundless charged it maybe, or I remember she has a threat extension, but I don't remember what. But that, I'm going to guess, got the Juggernaut farther forward, because it was too far back to get that far forward for a normal Khador heavy. Oh yeah, Butcher has a spell that makes him go a little bit farther. Butcher 1. It's a 3 cost, and it makes him charge for free and all that jazz. But it doesn't look like a whole lot of work happened. There's still a lot of Rocketmen. There's still a lot of Stormtroopers, and there's still a Vulcan. So, yeah, Vulcan still hasn't moved from its spot, and more things are getting scored on that flag back there. There's a transfer now over here. There's a transfer scoring that spot right here. This Clamjack is still probably very comfortably and happily there. But there was a Warjack right here that was killed, probably actually by gunshots and charges by the Stormtroopers, although they're facing the wrong way for charges. And it looks like the Spriggan died too. Yeah. So going from here to there, that Spriggan and that Juggernaut died. And I'm just going to go out on a limb and guess that they were already a little bit janked up from previous feet turn. And the Rust gravity bombs got some work done. Stormtrooper charges got some work done. And maybe this Spriggan got shot off the board. That seems like a lot of work for guns to do outside of feet turn. Very intriguing. Yeah. Those are definitely two dead. These jacks are falling off the table. Yeah, and Butcher can't really come forward because Butcher can actually get shot to death with a Dragon Breath rockets. AoE is doing -2 armor, bringing him down to 16. That is just fine place to be for the rest of this army. Interesting. Especially with Baldwin's knockdown guns and other Shadowbind guns and types of fixers he has. So Khador player's just probably going to kill some more stuff. He's running out of models. He's running out of contesting models. Things are going to start going scenario favor for the Baldwin player. Oh, yep, that's from the last game. Yeah, I think the game ended at this point, either on scenario or yeah. So differences here is, and we talked about this a little bit, Vyros 2 having more, probably same amount of boxes actually, but having Shield Guard and Kinetic Field from Discordia, and being a lot faster with Pathfinder. And being able to hit a lot easier. Rocketmen were not trouble for Vyros 2. It just makes all the difference in the world. Because that's really the only difference between these lists and Bird's Eye. It's all those little pieces of tech and the speed of the Griffins that actually make the difference here. He got one turn of shooting, and then I was on his Vulcan, and there was nowhere really for his Vulcan to go in that game. So he does like the Slug Gunners. He liked their output in this list. He thought it was a good change for dropping 2 stormtroopers. So as far as that goes, that was a successful test. This was obviously not my game played. We have just a little Facebook Messenger group chat where we post games and talk about them as we're playing them. And this was in there, and I just wanted to post it as kind of an experiment to see if this format works really well. I can already see there's some questions I needed answered before I posted the video. I'm very curious about how that Spriggan and this Juggernaut died, and also how this Clamjack got from here to there. While I know it has bulldoze and the blast damage, but how it got all the way to that spot. I would have expected it with bulldoze and blast damage to be somewhere over in this area. Because, I mean, that's a pretty good spot behind the house. I can walk out and do its old blast damage thing over again. Yeah. So thank you for watching, and have a great day, night, morning, evening, everything, guys.